Good, y'all. LA Knight is pissed off. He's frustrated, and it's looking like LA Knight, he's either going to be released from the WWE eventually, or we might see, I highly doubt this, but there's a slight chance that we might see LA Knight get a push next year at WrestleMania. But it's clear as day that LA Knight is not happy with the WWE. He doesn't feel like he's being treated fairly. And if you look at his Instagram, right, so a fan left a comment on LA Knight's Instagram page, and this is what they had to say. So they tagged WWE, they tagged Triple H, and they said, put Knight in the main event scene or let him go be the main event talent he is elsewhere. LA Knight hearted this comment, y'all. So LA Knight hears the fans, man. He sees all of the fans that are pissed off at the fact that Triple H is not booking LA Knight the way that he deserves to be booked. And LA Knight himself is frustrated now as well. And it's true, man. When you look at everything that's transpired since LA Knight came back to the WWE, right? He won the United States Championship. He lost it to a jobber, Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, I know Shinsuke Nakamura is a good wrestler, but as far as what he's done in the WWE, the guy's a jobber. The guy barely wrestles. He didn't deserve to take that belt from LA Knight, right? The fact that that happened is blasphemous, right? So he loses the belt. He gets it back for I think 2 more months, and then he eventually loses it to Jacob Fatu. I'm not mad at the fact that LA Knight lost the belt to Jacob Fatu, because to be honest with y'all, LA Knight deserves to have a more powerful championship than the United States Championship. He's a 2-time United States champion. Cool. Now, LA Knight, he deserves to either be the World Heavyweight Champion or the WWE Undisputed Champion. He shows up every week, always cuts good promos, tremendous in-ring wrestler. The fans love him. He's entertaining. LA Knight, yeah. You know what I'm saying? LA Knight is like a combination of The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? He's gotten a lot of criticism from stealing from those guys, but I think he took little things from Stone Cold and The Rock and made it into his own shit, which is fine, bro. We're all inspired by the OGs, the legends, right? I don't have a problem with that. But when LA Knight lost that title to Jacob Fatu for the second time, right? The second time he lost the United States Championship. The ultimate goal from that point is, okay, now it's time for LA Knight to win a major world title. But that has not transpired because Triple H, for some strange reason, hates LA Knight, right? I think everybody would agree when you look at how LA Knight has been booked, because when LA Knight came back to the WWE, this is when Triple H took over. This is when Vince McMahon stepped down. Triple H pretty much, felt that he's not the owner, but he's basically the booker. He's the head of creative. He decides who wins, who gets the titles. That's Triple H's job, right? So you look at 2023, participated in Money in the Bank. Damian Priest wins Money in the Bank, right? I think he eventually became the World Heavyweight Champion, right? Cool. Shout out to Damian Priest. I think Damian Priest is a beast. He's a great wrestler. I have no problem with Damian Priest. 2024, Drew McIntyre wins, right? Wins the Money in the Bank. Drew McIntyre becomes World Heavyweight Champion. Cool, right? It's funny because Priest and Drew McIntyre, they both had very short title reigns when they got that title, man. I find that very funny, right? So 2025, this year, you have Money in the Bank in Los Angeles, which is the hometown of LA Knight. The fans, the WWE Universe, everybody wanted LA Knight to win this match, right? And what better time than this year, right? The guy just lost his title. Okay, we all thought LA Knight was finally going to get the push that he's deserved, right? He shows up every week, wrestles his ass off. He's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the guy's a combination of The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin mixed together. LA Knight has all of the tools to be a superstar in the WWE. All he needs is a push, and he needs to be booked properly, right? And Triple H has refused to do that. So this year in the Money in the Bank, right, it came down to 2 people, LA Knight and Seth freaking Rollins. LA Knight is about to climb the ladder to get that belt, and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker pretty much help Seth Rollins to stop him from doing that. Seth Rollins wins the Money in the Bank for the second time. Seth Rollins has already been a World Heavyweight Champion. I believe Seth Rollins has already been a WWE Champion. Seth Rollins didn't need to win the Money in the Bank, right? The fact that that happened is pure biasness, bro. It's obvious that Seth Rollins is a Triple H guy. Triple H likes Seth Rollins, and he doesn't like LA Knight. He sees more value in Seth Rollins than what he sees in LA Knight. And this is the problem. You got people like Seth Rollins and Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton and Gunther, and you got these cocksuckers who are getting title shots that they don't deserve. I mean, think about this, guys. We've seen Rhea Ripley get like 6 title shots in less than a year. And she's lost the majority of those matches. She's lost to EU Sky like 3 times, right? She lost the rematch for the belt on Monday Night Raw. She just lost this weekend again at SummerSlam. I mean, how many times do we have to see Rhea Ripley lose a title shot for her to stop getting title shots? When are they going to give a title shot to somebody else? This shit is crazy. You understand what I'm saying? So nobody wanted Seth Rollins to win Money in the Bank this year. And then when you look at SummerSlam Night 1, CM Punk wins the World Heavyweight Championship, which he deserved, right? The guy was so happy he won the title, bro. The man was crying, bro. 5 minutes later, Seth Rollins comes out, cashes in the Money in the Bank, and snatches that title from CM Punk, bro. Just snatches the title from him, bro. Like, CM Punk absolutely got buried this weekend at SummerSlam. Like, think about this, guys. If CM Punk didn't have such a long history in the WWE and, you know, leaving the company, and then he went to MMA, and then what did he go to AEW for a little bit, and then he eventually came back. If CM Punk didn't have that history, bro, like what happened to CM Punk this weekend at SummerSlam, bro, that's the type of shit that ends careers, bro. That's what you call a burial. That's when you're literally going out of your way to bury somebody. Like, think about this, right? I think everybody would agree with this. If Seth Rollins was going to cash in that Money in the Bank on the World Heavyweight Championship, he should have done it on Gunther. Why would you have him do it on Punk instead of Gunther? Because what you could have did was you could have had Seth Rollins cash in on Gunther when he beat Goldberg. Nobody asked for that match. Nobody wanted to see Goldberg's old ass who can barely walk, can barely jog, has poor stamina. The guy's all wrinkly. The guy's damn near basically a senior citizen, right? No disrespect to Goldberg, but he's washed up. Let's just call it what it is, bro. Goldberg literally said that he had to get on stem cell just to participate in this match. That is insane. That's crazy, right? So what you should have done is Triple H, Paul Levesque, Hunter, you know what I'm saying, Triple K. What you should have done is you should have had Seth Rollins cash in on Gunther after he beat Goldberg to retain the World Heavyweight title. And then what you do is you set up CM Punk versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. You know? Or you could have Seth Rollins versus CM Punk at Night of Paris. But let's be honest, right? When a guy like Seth Rollins gets a major world title, he's going to hold it for at least a year, bro. Like, honestly, let me know in the comment section. Do you guys honestly think that Seth Rollins is going to lose this title anytime soon? Like, the guy has this new group or faction, whatever the people like to call it, a faction. I think that's a gay word. I'm gonna just call it a group or a squad, right? So he has this new group with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, right? Also, he's accompanied by Paul Heyman. So it's obvious that this Seth Rollins World Heavyweight title reign, bro, this is going to be a long title reign, bro. Like, you guys should expect this title reign to at least be 1 to 2 years. Like, I don't see him losing it for the rest of the year. The only thing I could see is him possibly losing the title to somebody at WrestleMania next year, right? I just don't see him losing the title for the rest of the year. We're already in August, right? The year is pretty much halfway over. Seth Rollins ain't losing that belt before next year, bro. It's just not happening, bro. Especially when you look at the fact that he faked the injury, right? Listen, that's the one thing I got to give Triple H credit for, and I said it in my last video that I posted today talking about SummerSlam. We have to give Triple H full credit. Everybody seriously thought Seth Rollins was injured, right? The fact that he was never really injured and he was able to come back, run to the ring, and do what he did, that was pure cinema, right? I love that, right? But it's all about how you do things, bro. And this is what Triple H doesn't understand, bro. At some point, you have to get out of your own head and get out of your ego and look at what the fans want, bro. Go on Twitter, go on Instagram, and look at what the fans are saying, bro. The fans, they want LA Knight to be a major world champion, bro. And think about this. You know what's crazy? Is when LA Knight fought Seth Rollins at Saturday Night Main Event, he was supposed to lose that match until this fake injury idea came about. He was supposed to lose. So not only did he lose the Money in the Bank, he was supposed to lose the Saturday Night Main Event match against Seth Rollins. Like, this is crazy, right? So what I want to ask you guys is, where does LA Knight go from here? Like, he didn't participate at SummerSlam, right? Like, where the fuck does LA Knight go from here, bro? You know? Because we already know that CM Punk is coming for revenge. We already know, bro. CM Punk and Seth Rollins, they have an extensive history. These guys hate each other in the kayfabe, right? So CM Punk is definitely going after a rematch with Seth. We already know this, right? But once again, where does LA Knight go from here, right? Does he go after Cody Rhodes? Him and Cody Rhodes, as far as I know, they don't have any problems with each other. Obviously, LA Knight has issues with Seth Rollins, right? I can see a situation where we get some type of triple threat match between Seth Rollins versus CM Punk versus LA Knight. I'm not interested in that. You know why? Because we already know Seth Rollins is going to win. You see, this is what fucks up everything, bro. Like, Seth Rollins isn't losing this title anytime soon. It's just not happening, bro. And I find it so funny that his wife, Becky Lynch, right? Like, she gets to show up after disappearing for like almost 2 years, and she just shows up and automatically gets a title shot and snatches the title from Lyra Valkyria. Does anybody else think that? You see what I'm talking about with Triple H? You see how I keep bringing up people that get things that they don't deserve? Like guys, what the fuck did Trish Stratus do to deserve a title match against Tiffany Stratton at Evolution? What did she do to deserve that? Right? Like, what did she do to deserve that? Like, Naomi is probably the only one out of all the female, like Naomi deserved to get that chance. She deserved to win Money in the Bank. She deserved to pin Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam, right? Because she's worked her ass off. But Trish Stratus is basically retired. She's in her 50s. And she just comes out of nowhere and gets a title shot. And you know what's crazy, bro? Like, you know why Triple H did that? Because they're both blondes. Like, let's just call it what it is, right? Like, he wants the fans to think that Tiffany Stratton is the second coming of Trish Stratus. Why? Because they're both white. They both have blonde hair. They both have fake titties. They both have fake lips. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only difference is Trish Stratus is in her 50s and looks way hotter than Tiffany Stratton. That's the only difference. They both got flat asses, right? Like, they're like, you know what I'm saying? Trish Stratus is obviously a much better wrestler in her prime. Trish Stratus's character is way better than Tiffany Stratton's character. Tiffany Stratton's character is something that a 5-year-old in elementary school could have came up with. Hey guys, guess what time it is? It's Olympic time! Yeah! Like, what the fuck, bro? So, LA Knight, I want to salute LA Knight for standing up and you know, really frustrating, voicing his frustrations, man, because this is absolute bullshit, man. I mean, think about this. You had LA Knight lose his United States Championship after he won it back, just for Jacob Fatu to lose that title a month later to Solo Sikoa. And to make things worse, you book a rematch between Jacob and Solo Sikoa just for Jacob to lose the rematch. What is the point of that? What is the point of that, bro? Nothing makes any sense under this Triple H era. Nothing at least with Vince McMahon, things made sense. Things don't make sense with Triple H. It's just stupid. It's stupid, bro. So LA Knight, man, hold your head up, man. You deserve better. And if this continues, man, I would love to see LA Knight leave the WWE and go to AEW and get treated how he should. Because at this point, man, as long as Triple H is running things, bro, things are going to continue to get worse, man. I tell you guys every video, Triple H don't care about what the fans want. Triple H cares about what Triple H wants, bro. And when you have a mindset like that, that means that you don't care about the company. You care about yourself, and you're a narcissist. You want everything to go how you see it in your mind, right? Like, fuck the fan. Like, fuck the fans that actually pay their hard-earned money to go to these PLE events, that take time out of their day to watch Raw and Netflix, that take time out of their day to watch Friday Night SmackDown. Like, Triple H that's what he's saying. He's telling you guys to suck his dick. To all of you, to everybody watching this video, you have to understand, bro, when you keep seeing these PLEs and you keep seeing the results that shouldn't happen, this is Triple H and Triple H has done an interview saying this, bro. You know, they asked him about the criticism he's got about how he's doing things. You know what he said? He told the fans to shut the fuck up and watch the show, bro. So every time you guys continue to watch this, because after that, I'm telling you guys, SummerSlam was it for me, bro. I'm not watching Raw tonight. The only thing I might still watch is NXT. That's it. And that's only because Shawn Michaels is running the show. That's only because Shawn Michaels is booking things how they should be booked. When Shawn Michaels takes the title off of somebody, it's because he has bigger plans for them. Look at Trick Williams. I'll leave the video off like this. When Trick Williams lost his NXT title to Obafemi, what happened after that? He took the TNA belt from Joe Hendry. He cut a promo with the Undertaker just put Trick Williams over last week. Cut a promo with Trick Williams. That's how you do things. But when Triple H takes the title off of Jey Uso, he gets no rematch. He loses King of the Ring. Now he's going back to being a tag team jobber with Jimmy Uso. Right? But then he turns around and takes the title off of Cody Rhodes, who already had the title for a year. And less than a year later, let's say 6 months later, Cody Rhodes gets the belt back. Unfucking believable. You take the United States title off of LA Knight, you have him win it back just to become a jobber. Just to become a jobber. Just to have him lose money in the bank in his hometown, to where now we don't even know where LA Knight goes from here. LA Knight is out here liking comments of fans, basically calling out Triple H for his bullshit. So that's the video, man. Thank you guys for watching, man. I had to get this anger out because, like, we have to talk about this, man. We have to. The only way things will change is if we continue to talk about it. And most importantly, man, stop supporting that shit, bro. Stop watching. Don't watch it no more. If you're gonna watch it, watch somebody stream it on TikTok, or like don't watch it. I don't want to say that on my video. I don't want to promote you guys to do something illegal. Anyway, it's your boy Wavy. Stay Wavy TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, leave a comment. I'm out.